What's going on, everybody? Today we have another incredible list for you, and it's running in the colors of DIMIR, so you know it's going to be fire. And to top it all off, we're running our favorite Planeswalker, Professor Onyx. Cue the intro. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today, and thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're talking about a DIMIR control list, and I'm super excited about this list because it runs a lot of cards that I have not yet even tried yet, some old, some new. So I'm super excited to bring this one to you because I think it's a lot of fun. Before we dive in and break this deck list down, like always, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take a moment to do so. It is a free way to help support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. And if you don't mind hitting the like button as well, that always helps the algorithm, getting the videos pushed out to more people. So that would be amazing as well. But anyways, with all that being said, let's dive into the deck, and then we'll get into the gameplay footage. So today's list, like I said, runs our favorite Professor Onyx, man. Professor Onyx is a very powerful planeswalker on the top end that wins you games strictly on its passive Magecraft ability alone, but it also has an ultimate that can close out a game in an instant. So that's why we chose the Professor Onyx, because we built a list here that tries to take care of a lot of what's happening in the meta. And it just so happened that it ended up being mostly instant and sorcery spells. And so obviously Professor Onyx plays really well with that. So that's why we ended up making that our win con. We'll start from the top. We've got 2 Bloodchief's Thirst for some spot removal. Typically these are going to be really good against those, tokens that are everywhere in mono green. There's just a lot of tokens that you can deal with Bloodchief's Thirst for 1, which is really nice. But on the other end of this, it can take care of Renin 7 as well with its ability to, pay for the kicker cost. We've also got 2 Jawari Disruptions. Going to act more as land, but it's going to be nice to have a little bit of counter magic in here that can hit anything. Again, mono green likes to play on a very specific curve, so you can get a lot of really good, value out of a Jawari Disruption right now. Also, a new card, Malevolent Hermit, that I have not had an opportunity to play yet. We have a 4 of this in the list because we're running counter spells, but we're not running the typical counter anything type spells. We're running a very specific 2-drop reject, which counters creatures and planeswalkers. So we're going to need a Malevolent Hermit on the field, so that way we can threaten anybody who's trying to run those all-run Epiphany combos on us. So we're going to need a full play set of these Hermits. Another really cool card to allow us to get the Hermit back from the graveyard and deal with a lot of the threats out there right now is Inscription of Ruin. Inscription of Ruin is going to allow us to get our Malevolent Hermit back when it dies. Also, if we can kick this, we can make our opponent discard cards from their hand, which is always nice. And we can also destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less, which is going to be the majority of what's happening here currently in the meta with mono white, mono green. There's a lot of things that are under the 3 mana values. So this is a really good card to synergize well with the Hermit if you can kick it. And like I said, we had 2 rejects because there's a lot of creatures in this meta right now. We've got 3 flunks because we do have a lot of discard spells. It's a great removal tool when you got discard spells. Another discard spell being Go Blank. I'm sure you guys saw the Grixis list that we just posted this last Wednesday. Go Blank absolutely shuts down the Izzet Leers, the DIMIR Leers, anything with Leer. Go Blank is going to absolutely shut that game plan down completely because you get to exile your opponent's graveyard. So it's a fantastic addition to this list. And then we have 3 of some of my favorite cards here. Siphon Insight, get to steal your opponent's things and use them against them. And then 2 Divide by Zeros to open up a sideboard option for us. And then, a playset of Memory Deluge. And then for some spice, we added in 1 single Mind Flayer as well as 1 single Wizard Spellbook. Mind Flayer has played phenomenally. I might actually even up this to 2 or 3. And then Spellbook, I did not have a chance in this video, unfortunately, to play it. But the idea behind the Spellbook is that it, plays really well with this list because we can start copying spells from our graveyard. It almost acts as a Leer for us, but in a different way. Everyone's kind of expecting the Leer, but not really the Spellbook. So I wanted to go back and see if I couldn't get the Spellbook to resolve and just start casting copies of spells for free. That would have been really, really nice. And of course, we have a full play set of Bloodchief's Thirst and 2 Field of Ruin and 2 Faceless Havens. And then talking about the sideboard, we've got 2 Environmental Sciences, some Teachings, Introduction to Prophecy and Annihilation, a Mascot Exhibition, and then also a Confront the Past to get back our Onyx if we lose it. But that's going to do it for the deck breakdown, guys. That's the whole list in a nutshell. I do want to give a forewarning. I typically try to post the videos with, more wins than losses. We went kind of 50-50 split here, but I hope you enjoy it. I thought the gameplay footage was still really cool. We got a little unlucky at the end of these, the last game, you'll see. But yeah, man, enjoy. The games are still a lot of fun, and this list is very cool, and I wanted to showcase it. So without further ado, enjoy the games, guys. Peace. Oh, baby, we got a special one for you guys today. I like this list a lot. We were playing it on stream the other day, and it felt really, really good. And we've made some adjustments since then, and I think it's primed up and ready to go, man. We're gonna be able to do some really cool things with this list. I have a feeling. We kick it off with a Hermit into a Divide. This is all pretty good. I'm just worried about the mana. Wish the Onyx was another maybe like kill spell, but I think we can keep it. It looks scary, but I think we can keep it. We need to find more mana off the top and hopefully get a target for the Divide. If we hit a target for Divide, that's always been the biggest problem with Divide, is finding a good target to bounce back to their hand. Because if it's like mono white, you don't want to bounce Spellbinders, you know, and there's tokens it can't hit. So Divide's been a little tough, which is why I kind of downsized it to 2. But if we hit a target with it, then we're in good shape, because then we can go to our sideboard, do all sorts of stuff. See what we can do. It looks like mono red. Okay, mono red. Do I want to just Jawari disrupt something here, or do I want to go Hermit first? I think I might want to disrupt something here, because they didn't curve on any 1 or 2 drops here, so I've got to assume a 3 drops coming here. Has to, right? Wow, nothing. All right, I didn't expect that. I can't lie. Well, now we're definitely going to hold up the Hermit a little longer. Field of Ruin gives me the feeling that this could be more of a control styled list, and they don't realize they're actually helping me pretty well here by taking this Faceless Haven. I get a black source now, thank goodness, and I have another Faceless Haven, so that actually worked out pretty good. Kind of an awkward. Okay, there we go. Now it makes sense. Now it's all coming together. Iteration. Do they need that iteration is the question, right? Like, I think we let it resolve. We've got our black source, so I think we let it resolve and we just get out the Hermit this next turn. If I would have known that this is was a Prismari list, I would have definitely played the Hermit a lot sooner, but I did not know. All right, let's get it down, and then Faceless Haven. I know it's going to get blown up again, unfortunately. They found another Field of Ruin, but it's okay. We got a Field of Ruin of our own here, which is great. Oh, I should have played the land before I played the Hermit. The Arena totally screwed me over there on the way they tap my mana, and we'd get away with one. Holy cow, I just realized that. That could have been really bad for us. Could just activate Faceless Haven here. I'd still have 1 blue source here to activate the Hermit, plus they're gonna blow up the Faceless Haven, giving us another land. I think we just hold the Divide, though, if I'm being honest. I think that's the play. Hold Divide and maybe the Jawari Disruption. You never know what you'll get with the Jawari. It could end up actually getting something really good. We could end up hitting like an all-runs Epiphany with it, which would be phenomenal. But all right, they go after it. Sure. Onyx is about to make an appearance soon, but I think we hold back that Onyx play for a little while, if I'm being honest. Counter spells are definitely something we got to worry about. Counter spells, they, I'm sure, have Divide of their own. I think we just go for the beatdown play. Just keep beating them down with the Hermit over and over until they want to answer it and respect it. The Hermit makes everything so much harder for our opponent too, because with the Hermit, it can counter their all-runs Epiphany and make them pay 3, right? So they're gonna have to get rid of this before they decide to play an all-runs Epiphany, which is kind of the key to their deck, right? So it really messes with their play. All right, they do the 1/1s. I don't really have a great answer for that right now, so I guess we bounce that back. It's a 5-mana spell, so it's pretty good value. And I could Jawari Disrupt the Test of Talents. All right, nice. I think we go Mascot Exhibition. We're getting so much mana now that we're getting to that point of the game, right? That's not bad, but not exactly a whole big bunch of creatures coming down here. If they somehow do find, like in Goldspan Dragon, this could be a really good card. What do we do here though? Do we play the Onyx? I feel like we kind of should play the Onyx. We're definitely going to get a card out of it, and we do avoid a Test of Talents. And 3 little 1/1s aren't going to run through the Onyx. So this deals 5 to Planeswalkers though, doesn't it? It still would survive that as well. It survives a lot here. There's a lot of things they could do, but it survives mostly all of it. So I think we play it, and we still have the Hermit counterspell open too, so it survives a lot of these things. I liked where we were sitting there, like our positioning there to make that place, you know, it was really, really good, and it was primed to succeed and not fail. So I think it was a good time to play Onyx. I didn't see too many cards coming through for them that were going to be problematic. I did anticipate a Goldspan, which is fine. It still doesn't kill the Professor, and if they have a burn spell, we counter it with the Hermit, so we're in really good shape. Nice. Let's steal their Goldspan, baby. Seems good to me. Let's go ahead and see what we find off the top of our deck though. Another Hermit seems pretty cool. Go blank could be pretty huge depending on whether or not they're running Leer. I think that's the play, because Deluge will go. Both of these cards have flashbacks, so I actually get value for all 3 cards. All right, let's give it a shot. Divide is available, and we've got Jawari Disruption, and we got the Hermit. So again, the odds of this card succeeding in its game should be pretty high. I love that I put 1 Mind Flayer in this deck just for some flavor. This card is so good. I'm sure we'll see a burn down the house try to come through on this next turn, because they're going to want to kill everything on the field, right? So they're thinking about making some sort of play here. I might double down here on the next turn for like discarding. Make our opponent discard a lot. Pretty much their whole hand. Prismari Command, create a treasure token. Okay, I think we let that slide because it's just 2 damage. It doesn't actually kill the Onyx. Let's save our counters and bounce spells for better plays. I think they were trying to bait me there, and I don't appreciate it. Could have another Goldspan, which, I mean, it is problematic for sure. They have so much mana too. That's what really scares me, is how much mana they have. All right, so we're gonna bounce that back to their hand, and then they're gonna try to recast it, and then we counter it with the Hermit. Onyx gives us a little bit of a bump there, which is nice. Negate. Oof. Oh, I forgot the Hermit. The Hermit was out of play there because it didn't have the 1 mana open. That was my bad. I don't know why I thought that was gonna work. This is pretty huge though. That puts us so far ahead, it's not even funny. Saw it coming. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I'm definitely going to get their graveyard now, which is kind of the whole point of this card. I needed it to hit their graveyard. And their Deluge is gone. You'll love to see it. All right. Just let's hold our own Memory Deluge here and say go. I think we got him pretty much locked out here. Locked him out. I like that. There's the scoop. I knew it was a matter of time for the scoop. We had a really good win con in the mascot exhibition in hand, so I like it, man. Good game. Good start to the video, baby. All right, so we had 1 slight misplay on that one with the Hermit, but we'll keep an eye on our mana. It's a new card for me. It's a card I've yet to play, so still working out the kinks. I hope that's not like popping too bad. I was just trying to fix it. My son was yanking on it earlier. All right, we get to go first, and we have some discard spells, some disruption. Yeah, let's keep this. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. I think we're okay playing that first. I know we got the Blood Chief's Thirst, but we go first, so just wait and see what we top deck. Okay. Jawari Disruption ready to go. Up against a Dimir list as well. Interesting. So we're going to want to just avoid the Jawari as well. So we're going to play the Hermit, but first play the land. So Jawari doesn't hit. And looks like it's going to resolve. The only downside is we can't protect it. Okay, and that is exactly what I mean by not being able to protect it. But we do have the Inscription of Ruin, so maybe this will be the game where we get to show this off. What do I want to do with this? Kind of annoying, really. Actually, really annoying. Let's keep it from turning into day. Or nighttime. Add 1 mana, and then if it's night, it becomes day. Gain 1 life. You may draw a card if you do discard a card. Okay, so go blank is going to be huge here because they definitely are playing Leer. But let's keep it from turning into... Obviously, I think we take the disruption, right? But yeah, we had to play a spell there on our turn instead of waiting to use it on their turn, because again, I don't want it to turn to night. They main face that deluge, the deluge, which is kind of odd. Do we go for... What do we do here? I don't really know what we do here. We have Jawari Disruption, and we can still play a 3 mana spell. Maybe I go for... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I go for the inside again. I don't like it, but oh, that's a good card right there. That's a good pickup for us. I'm gonna hold the duress, or I'm sorry, the Jawari though, and not use the duress just yet. We'll use the duress after we make them discard a couple of cards next turn. They still yet to have any mana untapped for our turn, so it's just it's confusing on whether or not they have like counter magic. All right. Spellbook, interesting. All right, let's go for the land here on the Jawari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, so they can use this next turn. I would like... I'd like to see what they have first, and this way, if they want to counter it, because they might want to counter this, like I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, don't care. I mean, I do care actually. That does hit Onyx, right? Don't really care about that, so I guess Deluge is the answer, and then we make them lose all their cards in the graveyard. I like it. I like it, but unfortunately we played 2 spells, which means it does turn back into daytime, so they draw a card and gain a life. So they get rid of a Soul Shatter, which is again not terrible, but I'm cool with that because it does hit our Onyx. All right, so we're going to have to kill this. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to waste a turn here on killing that. Not gonna be too tough here. We got a good option for that. Ooh, we can get down a blood in the snow and get back our Hermit. I actually like that. I like that, but then we're tapped out, so the Hermit couldn't counter. But I still think it's worth it. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we go here. Yeah, let's go here. Let's make them recast it. It's a really heavy spell, right? I mean, that's a lot of mana. So let's make them recast it. The only problem is, man, is we're giving them so many card draw options here with that Celestial out there. All right, this is a weird game. Dimir against Dimir is not ideal. Oh, it was already daytime. My bad. I thought it was nighttime. I thought we were switching it over to daytime with that double spell play, but apparently not. All right, we'll get them to play their Fading Hope, and then we'll kill it with the Flunk. Wait, do we have enough? Do we have the right mana for that? We don't have the right mana for that, unfortunately. But, I mean, making them bounce it back to their hand to replay it next turn is just as good, I think. 1, 2, sack this, and then we'll have enough to do it. Okay. I'm going to do this now, because I need more black mana. Make them bounce this back to their hand. Bounce it back to their hand. They lose the Fading Hope. That's fine. They have to recast it again. And then we then can kill it with the Flunk. Nice. They play a card. That's perfect. Now we can definitely kill it with the Flunk. Do we make them discard first? Could play the Spellbook here. There's so many things I could do. I think, though, I'm worried that if I flunk, they might have a counter spell or something. They haven't really shown us too much of counters except for the one Jawari. So I think we can get away with it. Nice, we do. Okay, I was really scared about that play. I'm not going to lie. Really scared. All right, we're good. We're sitting pretty now. We're sitting pretty. We got one Wizard Spellbook, too, which is just going to go off for us. Gonna go absolutely off for us. All right, so they get to do a little card cycling here. Not the end of the world. Draw some cards for us. Love the Deluge, man. Deluge is just busted. This is fantastic. All right, good top deck. Good top deck. Let's just do the go blank now. See if we can't just demoralize them even further. Nice. Oh, and it was a Leer, baby. Let's go. We took out their Leer. You'd love to see it. You love to see it. We're going to insight them on this next turn. And the insight, hopefully we can find something off the top of their deck like a Leer. That would be fantastic. That would be busted. I think we got him, though. I think we got poor old Eddie here. Go ahead, hit that insight, and there's the scoop. There's the scoop. I really wanted to get the Wizard Spellbook down next turn, man. I was really hoping for that, and so we can just like really hammer it home. That would have been really sweet, but top 1,000, baby. Let's go. That was awesome, man. Dimir versus Dimir. We went up against Leer, too. Leer is such a hard card to beat, man. It really is, but that's why we got the Go Blank, baby. Go Blank just shuts that card down so hard. Ooh, we're up against number 103, it looks like, if my eyes are... Yeah, 103. All right. So it's going to be a tough matchup. We get to go first. We have 2 lands. This is so problematic because these 3 cards cost $1 million. So I think this is a easy mole for us here. And I'm very happy we did. That's a very solid mulligan payoff there. Very solid. Sometimes I get a little scared to mulligan, but in those situations, it's pretty much a no-brainer, and I really, really like it. All right, so Spikefield Hazard. This is going to be an Is-It deck, I'm sure, and we're going to have to look out for Leer again. So this card is going to be really nice. Reject is not going to be that good, unfortunately. We draw the reject finally, and it's for the absolutely incorrect list. Let's go ahead and get some card advantage here with their own iteration. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Hermit. Yep, that's going to be the card. I don't know why it took me so long to decide that. I had another Memory Deluge. Plus, the Hermit is just really good against this list because, you know, all runs Epiphany and whatnot. So, Hermit coming down next turn. Gonna do the thing. Another Foretell. Nice. Okay. Gives us an opening here for sure with the Hermit, so I'll take it. I will take it. Divide by 0 is also a fantastic top deck. We're top decking really nice right now, except for the reject. Everything's looking really smooth. Perfect. And let's just go ahead and start the beatdown with the Hermit. The Hermit is no joke. I mean, 2 damage. Damage that's really hard to contest. And what I mean by hard to contest is that you're not going to want to cast a spell to try to get rid of it, because it's just probably going to get countered because of the nature of the card. What do I do with that? Do I divide this back to my own hand, or do I... yeah, I think I do. I think that's a lot of value to do it that way. And then we get to replay the Hermit because we have the 2 mana open. But it is susceptible to get bolted again. Might want to consider just grabbing the exhibition now. We're getting pretty deep pretty quick as far as the mana goes. We replay it. I don't think so. If I replay it, it won't have the mana to protect itself. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to, you know, sack it, but I'd rather have the 1 blue mana open. I don't know. I guess we have nothing better to do with the mana, right? Let's just do it. If they spend another spell trying to kill it again, it's totally worth it. I think it's totally worth it. Ah, Jawari Disruption. Why didn't I think of that? That's ridiculous. I totally should have thought of that. That's fine. That's fine. There goes our counter spell. We kind of needed that. All right, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. And what's even more unfortunate is I just realized I don't have another black source. Okay. Well, that's going to be an issue. We have 6 mana here, which makes things awkward as well. What do we do with this? What do we do with this? I think we hit go blank and then... Oh, I can't even... If I do this, I get another black source, which is great. And I can insight. I could go blank or I could insight. This is actually a really tough decision in this spot. It really is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think... I mean, if I find another burn down the house on their end, it could be good. I could blow up their 1/1s. I think I want to hit the go blank though, man. I think we're getting to the point of the game where go blank might be pretty crucial, because it might disrupt their lands. It could definitely, you know, do some damage if they're running Leer. I'm sure they are. Yeah, Fading Hope, that's a clear indication that they're running Leer. So glad I did that. I was a little worried about the decision, but I am happy I did it now. There's the Epiphany. It's going to be a lot of damage. But hey, at least they casted the Epiphany. It's out of their hand now. Deluge is not fun. I don't think we're gonna win this one, and I just think it was because of the tempo of our colors, and I think we're in trouble here. Obviously, Onyx can get us right back into a game, but if I play it right now, it takes all the beating and it just dies. If I Deluge, I can go find a Blood in the Snow, but by then I'm gonna take another 3, 4, 5 damage. Plus 3 would be 8. So I mean, I guess I would survive if I find with the Deluge, a Blood in the Snow. Let's do it. Blood in the Snow and a land would be optimal. Nope. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen today. So we'll go divide. And land. Shoot, that just deflated me. I think we lose this one, unfortunately. If we could have found the Blood in the Snow, we would have survived by 1, and then Professor Onyx could have come down and we could start gaining life. But looks like unless we get a miracle top deck here, it's not going to happen. I mean, I could insight on them here and I could end up getting like I said, burn down the house, which could save us. No, I don't think it saves us because now they got the land to activate as well. Shatter Skull smashing in a land. That is not the most ideal of top decks, huh? All right. Three, 6, 7. Could cast this for full amount, which would get them to discard their last 2 cards. I could bring back the Hermit and I can kill one of these tokens. Not good enough. This comes down. Not enough blockers. This comes down. 1 mana left over. Looks like that's gonna unfortunately be the game. Good game, my friend. Just didn't go our way that game. I feel like we could have beat them if things would have just lined up a little smoother for us. I feel like we might have been able to beat them, but good game overall. All right, I want that one back. We cracked the top 1,000. I want that back. I want to stay in the top 1,000, and this list is absolutely capable of doing so. I'm very happy with this list. Can't take another hard loss like that, unfortunately, though. This hand, oh goodness, what is this hand? Man, I am taking and rolling these dice if I keep this hand, huh? If I find a black source, this could be amazing. Not amazing, but it could be pretty darn good. I'm gonna keep it and we're gonna find out. Just need 1 black source and we get another blue. Uh-oh. All the Storm Giants, which means probably another Izzet deck, which means Go Blank is good. Nice. We get our black source. Let's go. Okay, we're in business. Start the beatdown. Rinse, repeat. Same idea. 2 Hall of the Storm Giants. Not ideal, but they're only really going to be able to activate 1 at some point. That's typically how it goes. See if we can steal an All-Runs Epiphany here. See if we can get a better game than the last. We're going up against a very similar, if not the exact same deck, so we'll steal the negate for sure. Steal the Ruin is nice because it can get us another black source for the Blood in the Snow later. Keep the beatdown going. All right. They didn't foretell anything on turn 2, which means they haven't hit their All-Runs Epiphany yet, which I like. I'm sure Prismari Command's coming here. No, I thought for sure they were going to Prismari Command and get the treasure and card draw. Nothing there, huh? Wonder if they're struggling. Wonder if they're struggling on their hand, or if they kept something bad. Because I'm surprised we haven't seen anything yet. Divide's another fantastic card against our opponent here. We get a divide of our own. Very nice. Field of Ruin. We'd still have 3 mana left over. I think that's good, right? So let's do this now because I need to get that black source. And I don't want to mess around with that too late in the game. I don't want to be caught with my pants down. So let's get this black source on the field now. Get this resolved. And now we have no more mana issues. Unfortunately, they still have a Hall of the Storm Giants, which is no good. Do I divide that? I feel like they really need this to resolve. I don't know why. I just got that feeling in my gut like they need it to resolve for some mana. So I feel like I need to disrupt them. Yeah, I'm gonna disrupt them. This might be a bad disruption. We might have better targets later, but it just feels right. It just feels like the right thing. I keep grabbing Mascot Exhibition. I feel like I keep grabbing it because we're at these 5-6 man land spots where it feels pretty good. No other particular reason than that. This beatdown continues, man. It continues. Let's make them discard 2 here. Let's make them discard 2. See if they want to try to counter this. It is what it is. I mean, okay. I could divide it again, but I think I'm gonna let it go because they're kind of tapped out, right? They're kind of tapped out, and this might be a good time to hit our Go Blank. There's only 2 cards in the grave, though. We're about to be 4 total in a deluge. I mean, that's not great. Yeah, I think we can wait a little longer. A little bit longer on the Go Blank. I think we can get a little bit more value. Opponent still has so many cards in hand. Nice. We get more mana, which is not bad. We need it for these bigger spells. I'm gonna just continue this beatdown play though. We have their own negate and a divide, so I mean we just keep grinding them. I think we just keep grinding them and holding them out, man. Let it be. As much as I want to divide that too, I think we gotta let that be. I think we divide the next deluge that they try to cast from the obviously the foretell slot, and it goes away permanently. So we'll do that. 4, 5, 6. If they drop a land here, they can hard cast an Epiphany without having it foretold. They might do that out of desperation. Okay, that's interesting. Battle of Frost and Fire. They're kind of tapped out here. This is a good negate, I think. If you think about the logistics of how this lines up, we negate this Battle of Frost and Fire, right? It goes away for good. They're down to 1 mana. Next turn, we can divide whatever sweeper they might do. And we can resolve. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we get a mascot down. I am worried that protecting it for a turn, but if we can find 1 blue source off the top, okay, that works. Or black. That works just fine. Now the Hermit can protect the mascot exhibition from another Battle of Frost and Fire, of course. Ooh, they negate that. Now I have a tougher decision here to make because they could have another Battle of Frost and Fire here. And if they do, I lose my Hermit for no reason. But I do think I have to try to protect this. I have to roll the dice on it. I mean, they're going to have to waste a turn playing the Battle of Frost and Fire. So I think that was the smart play, getting rid of the Hermit there to protect it. The fact that they negated it tells me they probably don't have the Battle of Frost and Fire. You think they would have probably saved the counterspell knowing they had the sweeper. So I feel pretty good about that counter there. Ooh, and they let me go through with a turn with lethal. What could it possibly be? Fading Hope. I can't divide that. They just replay it all day. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Do they have another one? Hopefully they play out a couple of those and then I could just, like I said, go blank on them and be in a really good spot. All right. Do it. Let's do it. And then we divide their memory deluge because they might try to cast it here. This card is crippling when you're talking about is it, man? Crippling. And they let it go through. Holy cow. We have a divide. They say, oops, yeah, they should not have let that go through without playing at least one of their deluges. So everybody seems to forget. They seem to forget that it exiles the graveyard. This is very cheap, so I can't divide that. I have to let these go again. Jeez. You hate to see it. All right. Yeah, the exiling effect on the go blank is so good because not a lot of people are using it right now, and people are just getting caught way off guard with it. I'm definitely getting the spell book. Do I got the land? I think I'm going to grab the land. Onyx, that's pretty sweet. But I think I'm gonna play the wizard spellbook because I'm a glutton for punishment here, and I'm gonna give it a shot, man. We're gonna see if we can't put together a win here. I'm going for the greedy play for sure. But if I get countered though, good chance I get countered on the book because they have negate, and I don't have enough mana to protect it with the divide. But I can protect the Onyx with the divide. All right, Onyx it is. Gosh darn it! I wanted to win with the spellbook, but negate is too much of an issue. Or divide. Let's go with this, just in case we lose the Onyx. I don't think we're going to, but just in case. We could have got so many different things there. We could have got the, you know, scry, draw a card, and there's so many good choices there, to be honest. Let's grab the Hermit. We still want to avoid things, man, like the Alrund's Epiphany, right? So let's grab the Hermit, make it harder for them to cast it. Here comes the Divide on the Onyx. They're going to make me recast it, whatever. They are probably going to grab a Teachings, I'm sure, and they're going to get 2 more cards, which does hurt a little bit. Oh, they get 3 cards. I had that many more cards than them. Oh, no. That's actually pretty bad. Pretty bad. Faceless Haven. Solid. So now the spellbook gets a little better. I haven't played the spellbook since it first came out, so I'm a little nervous that I'm going to end up misplaying it. Man. I need to find what with the Onyx? Something to counter with? I had the Hermit though. All right, let's play it. Let's play Onyx. Gosh, I want to play Spellbook so bad for you guys. I really do. I genuinely don't remember though 100% how it works. If I could play it, I'm pretty sure I could tap it on their turn, but tapping it on their turn would have been pretty good because then I could just play Divide and stuff, but I'd also have to hit actually I would have had the mana for it, huh? Yeah, I probably could have got away with playing it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, we just made Alrund's Epiphany a little harder. 4, 5, 6. It would cost them their entire mana pool. It's -1, but that's annoying. That's annoying. All right, here comes the Alrund's Epiphany. Sure. Oh no, they're gonna copy it though. That is actually bad. I did not expect them to have the copy spell in hand. That is super unfortunate because now they have the Hall of the Storm Giants ready to go. That's 14 on deck right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not able to activate it now though unless they get a land here. Did they play a land this turn though? I don't know. Yeah, they definitely can't activate the Hall now this turn. I don't know why they would have passed that opportunity up. I think they might have even had lethal if they would have activated the Hall there. And they're still focusing on Onyx too. Oh my god, they're letting me off the hook so big time. Oh no. You're kidding. You're actually kidding me. Another Alrund's Epiphany on the top. There's no way.
Rowdy for my tastes.
Yep, it sure is. It sure is another Alrund's Epiphany. Oh my goodness. That's all she wrote, my friends. That's all she wrote. Here come the Storm Giants. Oh, brother. 7. Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. That is unfortunately a wrap, my friends. Ouch. We were doing so well, too. We were doing so well. And that's going to do it for today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know it wasn't your typical win a bunch of games. I know we had a little bit more of a 50-50 split here, but I do think we got a little bit of bad luck there on the tail end of getting hit with all those epiphanies, but it happens. It is what it is. And I thought the games were still fun enough to post, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the list a lot. I do think it can be, you know, messed around with a little bit, and it could get even better. And I think this can actually attack the meta pretty hard. There's a lot of really good things happening here, but there's obviously some things you can change to this to make it a little bit better. The Wizard Spellbook can be cut for sure. It's definitely a splashed spicy card in the list that doesn't really necessarily need to be there. We didn't get a chance to really play it or have the right opportunity for it, but the idea behind it is pretty cool. I do think upping the Mind Flayer to a 2 of would definitely help as well, because this card actually performed extremely well. And as far as the spells go, you can kind of move things around as you see fit. Whatever you're running into, you might want to get some more exiling effects like Baleful Mastery, things like that. I do think it was a little clunky running both of these, just because typically you're not going to be able to kick the Ruin, and you're going to end up using it for its discard 2 effect more than anything. But when you do get to kick it for the Hermit, it's just so good. So if I could find a way to make this a little bit better, maybe add a way to gain treasures in this list, who knows? But I really like the shell of this thing, and I like where it's headed, and I think it could be a lot better. As always, though, if you guys have any ideas on how to make it better, please for sure share it with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you thought of the deck and how you can make it better. And then I think that's going to do it for me. I'm not going to mess with it any further today, but I am going to keep messing with it and playing it more in the future, because I really think this could be good, man. I really do. I think there's something here, and I'm pretty excited about it. But as always, before I go, huge shout out to all of you who've made it this far into the video. I really appreciate each and every one of you so much. Love you guys from the bottom of my heart, man, because you guys, you know, push the algorithm out to more people. The algorithm loves seeing people, you know, stay at the videos this long. So thank you so much for that. And then lastly, huge shout out to my Marty mob. You guys showed up in droves on the stream last Wednesday, and you guys were all in there first. And man, just seeing that chat light up with all the Marty mob members, I couldn't be more grateful for all of you guys, seriously, who are part of the Marty mob. It means the world to me. You guys are so supportive, and I can't thank you enough. And if you guys want to be part of the Marty mob and you're not already, you can hit that little join button down below, or a link in the description below, and it'll explain all the details to you on how to become a member of the Marty mob. And you do get some cool perks and benefits. So thank you guys so much, though. That's going to do it for today's video. We'll see you next week on Monday, and we'll have something new and spicy for you. So see you guys then. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.